How's it going, YouTube? My name is Ep.7, your resident Mistweaver monk, and welcome back to another episode of the Gauntlet where we take our key that we get at the start of the week and push it until it breaks. Now, it was recommended by one of you guys that before I actually get into the video, I show you guys my actual vault opening. That way you guys can verify what key I get. What would you take from this vault? I know Voodoo Totem, I've heard it's pretty fun to play around, so I think that I'm just gonna take the totem. I don't know. Once again, oh, actually, I'm just gonna take tokens. I don't need any of this. Once again, all I need is to start adding like sockets to my gear. Let's go ahead and take it. And yes, we will get a plus 25 key since we did time a plus 25 last week, and we got a 25 black Rook hold. So there you have it. That's my vault, and we're gonna start off with a plus 25 black Rook hold. And just like this, we are off. You guys are really finding this series very helpful. One thing that I've heard the most feedback on is that you guys really like that you see the true pugging experience, and when a key doesn't go well, like you guys like how I kind of bounce back up and just give it another shot kind of thing. I'm gonna keep this series going as long as it's helping you guys. Oof, speaking of helping people, I could have helped him a little bit more. I could have clicked revive a little bit faster, but yeah, this series is very hard. I'll admit it. Like, it's been very hard pushing past a certain point. So every week, it's kind of like I kind of have to hold off on pushing keys that week until I've done my Gauntlet episode. So it does, you know, keep me from pushing keys a little bit at this point, but it's still fun, and I do think it's a very helpful series because like I said in every episode, every YouTuber or most YouTubers just post their best keys, but that's not what the Gauntlet's all about. This is, you're gonna see this key even if someone were to leave right now and end the Gauntlet, you would see it, and I love that about this series. Yeah, I've been running a few keys today, and this week is like really easy. I think the only thing about this week is the Sanguine, it making it, like, it just slows you down, really. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I made a guide on cat weaving, and I'll be honest, that's the most time I've ever spent on a video. Practicing making little graphics and putting a lot of time into editing that video. So if you're interested in that, go check that out, because my heart and soul went into it, and it would help me out a lot. Yeah, man, I cannot find anything in this game more enjoyable than I've been finding Mistweaver. It's honestly just the most fun way to play this game right now. And it looks like you guys agree with me because you're still here. But we're here on our first tyrannical boss, and honestly, this guy does not hurt. The only thing that hurts is that slam that he does, like when he's at, like, I think it's 50% health. He does that cast that does like almost all of your health, and I think on Tyrannical Week it'll likely one-shot someone if we don't pop like Chi. But for the most part, I mean, we just literally ancient teachings, and that's it on this boss. That's what I'm saying. Like, this dungeon, I feel like the last boss is a little difficult on Tyrannical Week because it does do a lot of damage before it transforms, and then the boss right before that guy, like, the room can fill up. Okay, here we're just gonna try to tag as much of these guys as possible. Usually I do a much better job of saving Rock. Okay, now we're gonna keep our hot spread. Soul Burst, that's the one, and that didn't even do like half of our health. That's kind of crazy. Okay, and just like that, with literally zero struggle at all, this boss falls over. Now I did record the intro to this video before, like, at the beginning of the week, and right now I think it's Sunday. What day is it? You can tell I play World of Warcraft and I don't even know what day of the week it is, but it's Sunday right now. I recorded that back on like Tuesday, so I don't really remember what all I included, but right now, as of today, Sunday, we're sitting at 3084 IO, and I've said it before, I have not pushed a lot of IO on Tyrannical Weeks, so a lot of my IO is being carried by my Fortified Weeks. So keys like this, a 21 Tyrannical is my highest key done on Black Rook Hold, so keys like this will give me a lot of IO, hopefully. But we're coming up to the hard part of the dungeon. Now, it's what I call the hard part. Maybe I just lose focus in this room. But man, this room always gives me a horrible time. And also, once again, if you remember from last episode, one thing that really hurt us was pulling the spider into this pack. And it looks like we're doing it again. It just makes the tank a lot more susceptible to damage. And from what I know, it seems pretty unnecessary. Just kill the spider in that hallway before, and move in here, but so far so good. Honestly, no one's really dying. A couple people taking damage, including myself, but honestly, not a bad pool. But one thing I'm really enjoying about this season and about this gauntlet and pushing high keys is that, like, monks aren't really known for their utility. Like, we have a couple spells. We have Leg Sweep, we have Ring of Peace, and Mass Dispel and Revival. But in like seasons past, none of those things have really lined up well, or like having a 3-minute Mass Dispel hasn't really been great in some dungeons because you either need it like every pool for bursting, or you don't really need it in the dungeon at all. But our utility this season has felt great, and maybe it's just because... Oh, hold on, let me focus on some healing. Maybe it's just because the rest of our kit is just better. We get to focus, like, it makes everything shine brighter, I guess. But I don't know, to me it just feels like, man, we feel really good with dealing some of the mechanics. Like, I did a Throne of the Tide, and some healers really struggle with crushing depths, and also like that last hallway, that last little gauntlet. But we like laugh at that. What's happening? It looked like I was casting my Shaylins, but it wasn't doing anything. But so far, no deaths in this hallway as I tank the frontal. Ooh. Cast almost went off. Ow. Okay, that did like not a lot of damage. Man, the difference in Tyrannical and Fortified is kind of crazy. But the amount of damage that these guys are doing is kind of laughable. Yeah, pushing keys this week, honestly, has really been easy. I wish that I had more time this week to push more. It's just my week's been pretty busy. But, yeah, if you still have time, maybe you're playing in EU and you have, like, another day than I do, this week's a great week to push. And especially if you're playing a monk, if you're one of my monk viewers, like, you have the tools for this week. Like, Ring of Peace is so good on Sanguine Week. And then, what's the other one? Volcanic? Yeah, we don't even worry about that because it's we're melee all the time. And we heal on the move. But man, we're kind of like blitzing through this dungeon, it feels like. Let's see, we have this next... Ooh, this next hallway is a spot where a lot of groups can fail. But literally, as long as we take it slow and do it in like 3 or 4 different pools, we should be fine. Ooh, I like that tech. Pulling this guy into this corner. So, you can't really get cross-fired by the arrow barrages, because that has happened to me in one of the episodes. But let me know what you guys are thinking about this series. Should it keep going? Because from my perspective as a YouTuber, it's always hard to tell what series do well or what series are worth still making. Because I'm sure you've probably noticed, but these videos kind of fluctuate in views. Like, a lot of times in series, you get episode 1 gets the most views, episode 2 gets second most, and then like people just start to taper off on watching the series. But with this series, it kind of fluctuates. Like, some people really like the series and watch every episode, but some episodes just do better than others, and it's really hard to tell. But like I said, as long... Oh man. Dang, we lost one. And it's one of our B-resers, but luckily I got a tank with a B-res too. But as long as people are enjoying and learning from the series, I'm gonna keep it going. And plus, this is kind of like me pushing keys every week. Now, the series might like evolve. Like, we might not push my key every week, but it might become like me just pushing IO every week. And I still think that there's room for people to learn from that. Like, the video won't end right once I fail a key. It would go on beyond that key. And like, how do I bounce back? Do I get tilted, kind of thing? But for the most part, the gauntlet will continue in whatever form it continues in. Yeah, this boss is actually like pretty easy too. I think as long as you don't let that brutal glaive nuke someone and you stay ahead of the damage, it's honestly not that bad of a boss. That's why I think this dungeon is like a different beast on Fortified than it is on Tyrannical. Okay, that got a little scary. I don't know why they were pinging me, but we're doing a good job of juggling cooldowns. Like right there, I did just use 2 cooldowns kind of close together, but we still have Revival, which is kind of what I'm sitting on. And we're just gonna... Ooh, we need to pump a bit more healing. Uh-oh. That hit us. Nice. Help from the team. All right, I literally was saying that we're doing well as everything went to shit, and then also I just lagged out, so no clue what just happened there, but looks like we somehow did not get hit by that, but we'll take it. All right, 2 bosses down. Looking like we're gonna clean sweep this dungeon, hopefully. We still have 20 minutes too, man. This dungeon does go by quick, but like I said, I've seen a lot of groups kind of fail on the last boss. And I hate that about dungeons. And I know Atal Dazar's like that too this season, where I've had like 5 or 6 groups just make it to the final boss and then just die and leave with still like 5 minutes on the clock. It's like, we could still do this. But since we died using our lust on that pool, like it's like everyone's like, well, this is over. Let's leave. I hate that about this season. I feel like it's like more prevalent this season than it's ever been too. Ow, ow, I just walked right through that twice. Yeah, we literally just have to keep our tank alive. Our DPS are doing crazy damage. I feel like I saw that Warlock cross 1,000,000 DPS. I'm sure you guys can kind of fact check me there. Yeah, that was insane. I guess this one too, but I think they just blew their cooldowns. Yeah, this guy's at 500,000 right now. What's he going to? 600,000. Ooh, the DH though. Okay, we're gonna stun here, which kind of sucks on saying 1 week, but. Ooh, DH is almost at 1,000,000 though. I like it. Ooh. We're gonna cocoon the DH. We really need to rop these guys out of here though. But that's really dangerous on those indigestions. Ooh, that was scary. Yeah, we're kind of just like we've kind of lost what we're supposed to be doing in this pack, to be honest. But never fear, Chi-Ji is here to save the day. One thing that I don't know if it comes across very well on screen or on camera, I hope it doesn't because that would be a good thing for me, but is how hard it is to play well and like commentate and make a video on. Because you have to make sure that you're talking. Like, I know that's something that sounds stupid, but you got to make sure you're talking, that you're keeping you guys engaged while also playing well. And it is a hard balance. See if this Shayloons, I cannot reach him. I'm gonna Shayloons the tank while everyone's full. That seems like a waste, but okay, so we're doing this pool while our mage is still walking back. Honestly, I don't know why the mage chose to release there, because I had to mass res anyways. But you know what? That's fine. Getting our DH another 1,000,000 pool, 1,000,000 DPS pool. I mean, like, from what I know, like from talking to like one of my old guilds DHs, he would say that they're like a very heavy single target spec. You guys can correct me. I'm about to say everything that I know about DH and it's all going to be wrong. But from what I've heard is that you keep a dot on one enemy and it like boosts your damage to them or something. So how they do big AoE damage? Glaive Tempest? Is that just them swinging around kind of like their Blade Storm or spinning Crane Kick? I have no idea, but I love it. But the Fell Vomit patterns, I'm pretty sure these come out in patterns. I have not memorized yet. So I could be, like, you know, muddying up a bad spot at the floor. I can tank this for him. Right? Hopefully I can. Nice. I did, like, nothing, too. What I like to do is I just like to stand next to one that already exists. And hopefully, like, in a corner. He's saying on this side. Yeah, on that side would have been better. Some people do. Ooh, I cannot tank 2 in a row. I can't. But a lot of people. Okay, I'm gonna put this one on. Ooh. Heal. I don't care if I'm making a bad Fell Vomit. I needed to focus on healing. And there comes a certain point where like it really just doesn't matter. You're spitting up so much vomit that it doesn't matter where they go. Oh, we have 3 people trying to soak this one. But yeah, like I said, the hard part about this fight on Tyrannical Weeks is that it becomes a race versus the floor. You can do what you can to not fill it up. Dang. Ooh, dang, that was bad fill by us. Oh, man. That got pretty brutal pretty quick. They Fell Vomit on me. I know I'm going to put this in a bad spot, but we just stand next to one that already exists and hope that it's in a good pattern. That's all I know. Like I said, I do not know these patterns, and it's kind of messing us up. Yeah, we just need to kill it, hit it. Nice. You know what? I will take that. All things considered, not a bad pool. Okay, this next boss is pretty scary. At least it is to me. It's like the damage is very sneaky. I feel like what you think does damage doesn't do big damage, but what you're like, oh, that's not gonna hurt, hurts a lot. And the damage kind of catches you by surprise, or at least catches me by surprise. So what I'm gonna do to kind of combat that is just pop cooldowns preemptively and not get behind the damage. I'm gonna stay in front of the damage, which is kind of like a blanket statement thing to say, like, oh, just stay in front of the damage, you'll heal good. I mean, I guess I could eat here for a little bit. No, we're good, we're good. Oh, that was a repair. Uh-oh. Like this, dude. This boss just hurts a lot, man. Move underneath that blade. Once you have user cooldowns, I think it's not like the end of the world though. We're gonna go ahead and Shayloons here because I know the boss is gonna transform soon. And that way we have time to kind of like recoup those stacks, but like stay alive here. So we made it through what I think is the hardest part of this fight, and I know we're about to eat those words. But yeah, that first part, that damage is kind of like insane and kind of random, it feels like. Maybe I don't have like a debuff showing on my frames. That is the real cause of all that damage. I'm sure you guys will let me know. I hate to see that. I could have saved that too by Chi-Jing, but also, I don't know, man. I feel like that should not have hit him that hard. Okay, we're definitely Chi-Jing this one though. Yeah, how did he die to that one when this one didn't even hurt us? I guess Chi-Ji is very strong, but like not that strong. Okay, we're down one. What's the play? Look out for the smoke, the sleep fog. Don't take the Benadryl. We're fine. Just don't panic. Now there's less people to heal. Bright side, there's less people to heal. We have 6 minutes. B-res in 30 seconds. Yeah, we're chilling. So annoying when it goes on the BH. We're gonna defensive that and Shayloons it just to be safe. Ooh, got hit by that. Ooh, I almost just walked into that one too. Dang, what am I doing? Ooh, he took that B-res at a very risky time. Why can't I hit the boss? Okay, there we go. Ooh, I did not want to go to sleep. They were closing in on me. Defensive here. That was probably a bad call. We definitely don't want to lose the DH there, so... Oh, I am going the wrong way. We're just going to Essence Font while we walk. Make sure everyone's topped up. Oh, that's not good. Got you, DH. Come on. Ooh, I'm glad I was looking at health bars there. Ooh. Yeah, we just want to keep our hots rolling. Let's go ahead and just... We're full mana, but just to be safe, I don't know. Chi-Ji for this bolt. And it'll cover the swarm too. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. Okay, we have both of our execute buttons up. Just not get put to sleep, and we're chilling. We are big chilling, right? Plus 25 in the bag. And honestly, we made pretty easy work of that. So let's see, what key did we get? 21 IO. I will swipe that up very happily. What key did we get? We got a 26 Atal Dazar. You guys, that is as good as it gets because that is our next lowest key. So I'll see you guys in that key with a new, fresh PUG group. I can tell that you guys really liked last week me splitting up these keys because it didn't kind of give you a spoiler as to how the key was going to go. You can't just look at the timestamp and see, oh, this video is about to end. He's clearly not going to finish that. So I think I'm going to keep that spirit and keep you guys hanging for the next episode. But that means that there will be likely 2 Gauntlet episodes every week. And this way, it'll help keep the videos shorter and more enjoyable to watch and let me edit them down a bit further, which will be better for you and for me as well. So let me know if you like this idea, and I will see you guys in the next episode of the Gauntlet, where we will tackle this plus 26. Now, before I let you go, I want to say a special thank you to the Patreons of this channel. They are the reason why I could even try to do this. So if you want to join them and help this channel out a ton, consider checking out the Patreon link down in the description below. And while you're down there, make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure you like this video if you like it, and tell me what you think about this idea of splitting up the Gauntlet episodes into multiple parts. But my name's Ep.7. I am so grateful for every single one of you, especially if you're watching to the end of this video. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.